Good morning, Stardew Valleyers. It is time to get back into the Save with the Jewels on Emerald Farm and see what's up, because hopefully this might be a soft stream, a quiet stream, a short stream, I don't know, but hopefully we're going to be able to see what happens when we get the deluxe barn as far as pig village and truffle huntage. So I'm going to pop right in here and see what's up. I just left it right where it was. Let me just check and make sure I can be seen. Okay. So I have just left it right where it was when we left off yesterday. And I'm going to go recheck the weather today. Rainy. We've already said hello to the cat. I actually think it's a thunderstorm today and not just rain. The weather report for tomorrow is that it's going to be beautiful and sunny. The spirits feel neutral today, so again, lots of options. That's not really going to hinder anything we could want to do. And on living off the land, the message is fish focus. Salmon return to their spawning ground in fall to lay eggs. That means that the rivers are chock full of them. You can only find them in fall, so get out there and cast your pole. Luckily for us, we've already caught some salmon, so it's not even an emergency at this point. So we're going to drop off the excess eggplant we don't need right now, and got a fat stack of cranberries for making stuff and potential emergency profit. Let's go recycle this stuff in the inventory and see what we can get up to today. Okay, I made the cheese here because the cheese maker was just there. We were trying to save time and not have to run all the way back to where it should be, so got time now. Let's pick that up and move it. We will pick the little bit of corn we've got growing. We are running at regular speed. It is definitely going to be a slow day in the valley today. It's raining. I'd love to be able to close this fence out, but I need to let the saplings on either side keep growing. If they don't have at least one square on all sides and each corner, they are not happy. Okay. Gotta go offload some of these eggs in order to pick up some more. I think I've said hello to all the chickens. What's happened there? Oh! Okay, I thought one was missing. I thought they had to be sitting together, and I knew it was probably going to happen. Oh, there we go. We didn't get 5 eggs today. What happened was that yesterday, for whatever reason... Oh, hold on. Wrong button. My autopilot went off. Yesterday, for whatever reason, I missed one of the eggs and just didn't want to waste all the time to run back and try to get it again. So just left it in there, and there it is today. For a total of 5. Except for a little lost time, really not a big deal. So we've got mushroom logs behind these trees. They've already been producing. I almost forgot they were there. Let's grab the recycling produce. Oh, and toss this in. And get some of the schmutz out of the atmosphere in the inventory. Pop off these iron bars. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the watering can is in the process of being upgraded, and the barn is going to be upgraded. I believe Robin starts work on it today. Or did she finish work on it today? I'm so confused. No, she's still working on it. We have got her insignia. Bird lady at work. Because Robin tweet, this is what I'm saying. Also, it's got me in mind of, I can't remember if she was actually called the Bird Lady, but it's got me in mind of the Mary Poppins movie. The Disney Mary Poppins movie and the woman with the tuppence a bag number. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no, hold on. Nope, it's worse. I didn't sneeze, I just get to sit here feeling the horrendous I need to sneeze but I can't sensation. So, yay. Ooh, I hate that feeling. Let's see, community cleanup. We've got 4 days to gather 20 pieces of trash for Linus. So let's see, we were we were fishing for the community center. And I was thinking we can probably finish that just in the process of doing that. Oh, our pumpkins are on the way to Sproutland. We do have an amaranth. One of the amaranths sprouted. Oh, and the pumpkin sprouted. Oh, we can take Marnie the amaranth. We can put the pumpkin in the community center bundle. And complete the fall crops bundle today. The broccoli has sprouted. So broccoli, it's a vegetable. The flowering head of a broccoli plant. The tiny buds give it a unique texture. Plus 63 energy on the lowest level 1. Plus 28 health. So broccoli is super healthy. Energy-wise, it's 63 on the bottom level 1. The silver one is 88. And the gold is 113. So that is extremely good if you want to take it into the mines. And for health, the bottom one is 28. The silver one is 39, and the gold one is 50. If you want to grow broccoli and take that into the mines, that is a really sick, nice food to be able to take. So we're all the way down here. Oh, there's a coffee in the inventory. About to use that. We ought to be able to go take Marnie. I was going to say her coffee, this amaranth that we just picked up, and then run around to the community center and plop that pumpkin in place. Ooh, still got blackberries everywhere. I hate to miss a blackberry gathering day, but they're rainy days in the valley. Oh, geez, so many pretty berries. Rainy days in the valley, and you get different fish when it rains. So it makes sense to go fishing reasonably early, in fact. Okay. Hey, how's Emerald Farm doing? She's asking. You know, it's doing pretty nicely. And so the amaranth grew happily, and so here it is. Oh, the amaranth I asked for, Marnie says. Thank you so much. My cows are going to love this. I need something? Yeah. I might be getting some different kinds of animals in the future. Ooh. Is that a promise for more update stuff? Oh, and I read the broccoli out. That's an update thing. That's a 1.6 update edition wild broccoli seeds that you can find. Although, she says, I'll need to make sure there's a market for them, so you'll have to prove your skill with animals first. Okay, so this is something we clearly have to earn. Just keep treating your animals with respect and good things will happen. Interesting. See, in Harvest Moon, what we got was if we don't treat the animals with respect, we kind of get punished in some really interesting ways. Oh, we just upgraded. Okay. We just upgraded our foraging skill. This does make me want to just run around and pick stuff. I'm trying to figure out where I should go to fish because I was thinking it would make sense to run up to the lake, but it's so late in the day there's not really time anymore. So I'm going to look up the bundles because if I look up excuse me, the Stardew bundles, then I can go to the area, you know, on the wiki, and I can go to the area where the fish are and see what you can only catch in the rain. So I just put in the find feature and type the word rain, and it'll start taking me to all the fish that need to be caught in fall or can only be caught when it's raining. So there's catfish, and we've already gotten that. Shad, and we've already gotten that. Red snapper, which was summer, I believe. Well, it's summer and fall, but we already got it in the summer. Okay, this is what I was thinking about. A walleye. We can catch that It says you can catch it in Cindersap Forest Pond, which means we're right nearby. But that is definitely not an early morning fish, so I'm not really sure what I'm thinking about. And that's a fall fish, but we do need a walleye. So I'm just going to keep scrolling. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be caught in the rain except the walleye. So maybe, took Marnie the amaranth. Let me move this so I can think, because I gotta make absolutely certain that I can kind of keep an eye up and make sure I'm still streaming. You can catch that thing very late in the day, so I'm gonna run around and gather blueberries and just think. And this is really tempting. Jeez, all the trees sprouts. Oh, no, we are not eating mushrooms right now. I'm just going to come around this bottom part and then probably come back and get those berry bushes at the top. I don't think there's anything necessary to do anywhere else today, but these blackberries are worth it. They are really good free food. As far as free food goes, it's a pretty nice, ever-replenishing source for a few days in fall. And you really can, if you've got the patience to build up your energy that slowly, eat these in the mines with some pretty great results. Peaceful, sleepy, rainy day in the valley. It is really tempting to spend the entire day chopping down these trees, but I now would like to get someplace and give walleyes a shot. And I'm going to run back up to the farm and grab the bait maker, I believe. I do not need this box here. But I will tell you what, I have a tendency to put a box in the woods. It's just that my chosen place is not right there in the middle of everything. My chosen place is traditionally up here, inconspicuously lodged behind this bush, I think just right there. So I'm going to make it orange so it kind of matches, fades into the background. No one will need to be asking questions about our hidden box and why we've got it there and what we're storing and what we're up to. Or at least in my mind, most people are just going to walk right past it. You know, it kind of makes it make sense that everyone's going to walk past and not actually have questions or peek into the box or leave anything in the box or take anything out of the box. In my imagination, they are so accustomed to what the valley looks like that when something just is sitting there and there's no reason to notice, they don't notice. See, now I kind of want to run to Pierre's and then run back to the house. I don't know if there is at all any level of time whatsoever to make it to Pierre's running at this speed. Apparently, Stardew Valley is reasonably large because you can canter around for hours at a time and still not make it from one place to the next. I will not take a detour for that bush, even though I want to, because I don't know, clearly we have had enough time, but it sure didn't seem like it when I was on my way here. It really didn't. I could buy a coffee. It would be a lovely investment right now. Let's have coffee. There might be oral synapse. Oh, come on, man. I didn't realize you were close enough to see how icky you think it is. Help wanted. I'm in the market for a delicious yam. I'll pay you when you bring it. Emily. Oh, Emily. We're not even growing more yams. I grew one yam. I mean, I'll accept it, in case I find one in the mines or something. Oh, it's Jody's birthday. Must gift Jody. Must give Jody a gift. Let me think. I know she likes pancakes. I could have sworn I bought some type of oily eel or fish or something. Just because I know she likes it. But I don't really remember. I have to go back to the house and check. So those two get sold. I might sell that broccoli because right now I'm kind of hurting for profits. I don't think it's that important. I might sell, let's sell 30 fall seeds. Keep a few to plant. Oh no, I almost sold them all anyway. And then I'll just sell them all. It's ridiculous. I wasn't counting. I was thinking, how many? Where is the? I couldn't see the number. So for some reason I thought I'm just going to notice it when it gets to the right place, and then I realized no, the little hand insignia is actually covering the number, and I already did too much. But whatever, we've got some fall seeds planted that were planted at the very end of the last stream, so it ought to be just fine. It's just slightly disappointing. I can make more if I keep the common mushrooms, but I'd actually rather sell them because, again, profit. Don't really need the corn. Gonna sell that. The higher level corn. We're keeping the pumpkin. I have remembered. We're getting the pumpkin for the community center. And nothing else here is imperative. All of this stuff can be bought tomorrow or the next day without doing any harm to our game at all. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to check the wiki again for Jody because I know she likes a chocolate cake. She likes pancakes. I actually do not have any of that at all. To my remembrance, no. I remember because the pancakes give you a nice foraging buff, and I remember processing the fact that we had no foraging buff foods. Yeah, she likes crispy bass, a diamond. Let me go see what is actually at the farmhouse that she might actually enjoy. I'm gonna crack into my tea. Had the saucer on top, moving that. So I've got to run back to the farmhouse because there's a big fat list here, and I'm pretty sure if there's anything on this list that I can give her today, it's the crispy bass. And perhaps the vegetable medley, but I'm really not sure. But before we do that, let's come over here and get some gains out of this community center. With this big fat, ripe, juicy, delicious looking pumpkin. Alright. We got a bee house. Place outside and wait for delicious honey. Except in winter. I think the except in winter thing is an addition. Because I remember spending my whole game trying to figure out, is there honey that you get in winter from this house? I'm gonna make sure there's nothing I've suddenly forgotten that we accidentally have for in here. There's nothing. I remember trying to figure that out when I was playing. I was thinking, I don't think you should get I don't think you should get specialized honey, obviously, because, excuse me, there was no specialized flower to grow, like, you know, the fairy flower in fall or the tulip in spring. But they're also, I mean, it was confusing for me. There aren't really any flowers growing wild per se in winter, but you do have winter foraging. So I would think to myself, okay, winter is the good time to take the bee house down and not have to think about it and rearrange the farm. And then I would think, but wait, after I took the bee house down, I would think, wait, did I just ruin my own game? Excuse me, hiccups. Because if I'd left the bee house down, maybe I would have had honey. But I usually forget, so I don't get to check. So I'm just living in the theory. Yes, crispy bass. Yes, exactly. Specifically bought that because Jody. Way cool. So I don't think I need 2 trout soup, but I don't know. Might as well take it. We're going to go fish. I'm going to get the crispy bass and offload some of these things right here. This lovely broccoli. And pop away the 150 stack of blackberries. Put some of this. Where in the world is the fishy stuff? Because I don't always have space with the fishy stuff to store this. I'm gonna have to make another big chest. I'm ever so slightly confused. and that means it's time to make another chest and clarify things. It's a silver snail. I don't really need I'm trying to make all the money possible, so I'm going to take all of the excess snails and just dump them because bleh. All of this talk of snails, it's funny. For some reason, it's giving me the creeps talking about this, but when I was a child, I used to love to pick up snails. I just thought they were so cute. So I'd pick them up and I would carry them around, and she's absolutely adorable. Two things I would say for anyone who doesn't know yet, because I didn't know yet: never let a snail get wet. The results, if you like them, will be profoundly disappointing. I mean, like, you will remember it for life. Disappointing. This is not like don't let your cat get wet because it doesn't like it and it might bear a grudge. This is really upsetting. Snails, apparently, unless they are built for water, can literally dissolve if they get in it. I don't actually understand how that happens. I've never looked it up because I kind of find it sick making, but I have seen the results and I found it to be something that I remember for life. What am I running around for? Because Jody, man, I wish I had I was gonna say a cookie. I kind of do wish I had a cookie now that I've said it, but I wish I had a coffee. I want to empty the inventory enough that I can leave a bunch of good stuff. I'm going to pop the seeds. I don't know. The seeds are a nature thing. They should go in the nature box, but it's also something I need to do, so I'm going to leave it in this box, and we don't have bait for that, so I'm just going to temporarily leave everything here that I don't want to sell right now in the category of it needs to be done, stuff that needs to be done. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna break off from fishing and go to the mines. I definitely don't plan to chop any trees or hack any grass or whatever, so yeah, this should be good. I will leave the coal and the iron here just for empty inventory space, and the seeds, yeah. Then, run and sell the mayonnaise, the extra snails. Seriously, do not let them get waterlogged. It's not fun. But that's thing one, I would say. And thing two is, if you are at all sensitive to sensation and you dislike feeling the creepiest, most shocking things crawling up your spine and chills shooting through your body, never, I repeat, never sit a snail. I mean, if it's just in the shell, that's fine, but if it's on your hand, like the slug body is sliming across your flesh, never sit a snail in the palm of your hand and walk up a staircase, because apparently the sensation of it jiggling like that is absolutely impossible to fathom or to forget about. This might be because I am a highly sensory sensitive autist, so for me it felt like the world's most horrifically tickling and irritating vibrations just emanating through the palm of my hand, up my arm, through my other arm, my back. Just my whole body was miserable. So those are my two tips. Keep them dry, and if you've got to take them upstairs, find another way to do it. Jody says, is that weird? I think that's weird now that I've said it, but while I was saying it, all I could think is I've got to warn the people. I have got to spread the word. So, a birthday gift. That's very kind of you. I love it. Oh dear Jody, the fact that every time in this game I bring her a birthday gift, she's standing up here washing dishes and she doesn't even have the opportunity to wipe away. I mean, I get it. She's busy washing dishes. That's what she's doing. It's kind of funny because it looks like the bubbles I've just noticed are kind of around her head and not really in the sink right now. What's happening? I'm not sure I've ever noticed that happening before. But the fact that she's always in here washing dishes and she doesn't even get a chance to take a break to enjoy her birthday gift is just heart-wrenching. It just feels entirely unnecessarily true. She says, "Did you wipe your boots off before coming in? Sorry, I just cleaned the floor." Yep, she's concerned. But you're always welcome in here. Yeah. Honey cakes, we're not going to talk about it. But if anybody understands the concept of cleaning a floor and have it instantly annihilated, having it instantly annihilated seconds afterward as if you hadn't done anything at all, it is I, quacks She-Duck. Now, since we can fish, sure, why not? Let's talk to Sam. We rolled up on him. I forgot he was there. I was busy thinking about the fishing. I just got out of the doctor's office. Excuse me. I just got out of the doctor's office, completely healthy and vigorous, just as I expected. Oh, he's repeating this. He's very proud of it. He's saying it over and over again. Okay, let's run to the lake. I don't know if this is a quirk of my game, because stuff happens in my game that seems like it just can't be possible sometimes. Case in point, I once found a way to accidentally dispose of an iridium fishing rod in the pond right outside of the mines. And I just stood there for a moment, like, that clearly didn't just happen, did it? It really, really did happen, but okay, whatever. I was playing a personal game, and I really, really, really quit without saving. As soon as I finished standing around in utter horror, I quit all the way without saving and got back and got my fishing rod, and I never did that thing again. I was trying to switch something around in my inventory. So for the moment, it was a full inventory, and I had accidentally picked up the fishing rod. So then I closed the inventory without setting the fishing rod back down, because I didn't realize that I'd grabbed that. I was trying to grab something else ridiculous and worthless like a pile of sap to move out of the way. But I accidentally grabbed the fishing rod and then shut the inventory down. So I guess the game was like, oh, okay, she wants to drop this item. And since I was standing right next to the lake, I lost myself a 7,500 gold fishing rod I had spent all of my time desperately saving up for in the early game. Again, quit without save. I was not letting that happen. I'm going to play with honor. If I'm streaming, I am not quitting without saving, because, I mean, guess what? If we do that, where are the stakes? The stakes make it fun. So, we got a treasure chest, and we just got the small glow ring and a diamond out of it. And we caught a bream. So let's keep fishing, see if we can get a walleye. So what I was going to say is, it might be a quirk of my personal game. I don't love this pond for catching a walleye. Oh, well, maybe we caught one. It seems like I catch more. Nope, that was a catfish. Catfish are always fun. So, whoa, we just got 3 magma geodes, 4 pieces of wood, and a rare disc artifact to take to the museum out of that one treasure chest. Nice. I tend to catch walleye much easier in the lake outside of the mines, and this one, I kind of hate fishing in general. I almost never fish in it, just automatically, because it seems like the fish that I catch, depending on my fishing skill and my rod, are basically smallmouth bass. And anything other than the walleye, I don't know why. I have no idea. So I was just like, well, this is beautiful, but we're gonna forget about this. I need my fish when I need my fish, Saka. Like, I'm not gonna waste my time running down here for nothing. We got a shad. I'm gonna take a break and sip my tea. I don't want to miss a fish, and I can't pick this up and fish with one hand. Wow, it's really hot. I only felt that it was hot when it was all the way in my mouth on a very specific and extremely vulnerable part of my tongue. Oh. Catching more shad, and we're not even catching any recycling yet, which is really nice, but we need it for Linus. So I'm going to shoot for the walleye. I'm going to shoot for the walleye. And if if maybe tomorrow, have to check the weather. I know how to complete the thing with the recycling, but I don't want to spend a fishing buff trying to catch recycling. It just seems like a waste. So I can't fathom going for that tonight. I think I'm just gonna stay here and fish up everything I can possibly think of. I'm just going through in my mind. It's fall, it's raining, we haven't caught one yet, but the night is still young enough. It could produce a walleye. We've gotten chubs, we've gotten shads, we've even gotten a piece of kelp or whatever that stuff is. Algae, that's it, green algae. Let's rearrange this. I'd like to be able to see what space there is. And sip my coffee. I can sip my coffee while we fish. See, not for nothing, no walleye yet. I don't know if it's chronic or if it's just temporary, but so far, no walleye. I'm about to go check the wiki again. This is Cindersap Forest, right? Because if it's not, I am highly confused. All I can think about is going into my inventory and checking the map in the game. Is that one? A catfish. Let me pop into the inventory and check the map. Okay, I can't, let's see. I can't get it to go where I need it. I could swear this is Cindersap Forest. I've always thought it was. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's at the bottom of the map. I missed it because it was too obvious. It tells us our location where we are right now. And that's funny, I usually open the map and then I mouse over the location I'm looking for, and so when I see the name of it, I think it's because I'm mousing over it. But it's just down there, it's just telling you, like, you are here. Here is Cindersap Forest. Yeah, we're in the right place, okay? That would be a chub. AKA not a walleye. This doesn't feel like a walleye, it's not annoying enough. Oh my god, I misspoke, it's a walleye. Oh! Cool! I seldom enjoy being wrong. Anyway, let's make some walleye bait. I really hope that was a good decision. And there are a few hours left for fishing. For fishing for walleye, we can fish until we pass out, so I'm hoping I might do that. I might do that to get a stack of walleyes and not have to do this again. Please. Catch a walleye. Are they that easy to catch? With the rod, the hard part is just actually getting one to bite? Is that what it is? We got another walleye, it was worth it. We're farming them, I love it. They're just kind of breezy. They just lift a little bit and then they just, you know, maintain the pressure. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. When I'm talking about this upgrade feature with the update feature, the bait maker, the specialized bait maker. Oh, when I say I love it, I am not kidding. This is amazing. I think this is another walleye, based on what I've just learned or remembered. They're pretty easy to catch once you hook them. Trouble is hooking them. They're biting so quickly I cannot hydrate. This is so fly. I'm actually starting to seriously consider just running back. I'm gonna see if we can get back to the house. It might be for naught, but at 1 a.m., if we can straight shot it all the way up, maybe get back to the house. If I can avoid, I was gonna say running through too much grass. I can't. avoid it. I had to run through it. Oh, jeez. Oh, is that cranberry jelly that hatched? Oh, we're about to make some serious money. Let's pull the cranberries out of here. Pop the errant blackberries away. Run to bed. I got plenty of time at 1 a.m. to run all the way back from the middle of Cindersap Forest. Amazeballs. Level up. Foraging. Level 9 foraging. +1 axe proficiency. New crafting recipe. Rain totem. Sick. So now with the rain totem, if used properly, you can make it rain the next day. And I say if used properly because, oh, Jade loves you. We are loved. The cat loves us. We have earned it. Jade loves us. And the bookseller is in town today. It is so cute when the pet loves you. Oh, Marnie's going to be happy about that. She's going to feel the vibes of kitty cat love just floating through the atmosphere. I think she might be good at that. You can say. Okay, it's sunny today, and it's going to be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. The spiritual forecast is, the spirits are very happy today. They will do their best to shower everyone with good fortune. Okay. I'm not excited because I'm still mainly concerned about that barn and figuring out how to get that ready. Let's see, some of this fish, I'll keep one of each. I mean, let's see. We've got a diamond too. Is there a bream in here? Okay, so we'll sell the iridium bream. I'll keep one catfish. One chub. And one walleye. And I will temporarily place them here. I'll keep the iridium one because I might catch some that aren't iridium, and then I can sell this one for profit. Put the gold one into the community center. Let's pop this excess glowstone ring into our dresser with the rest of our fine, fashionable fare. And then let's run and see what there is to do on the farm today. Thing one. Okay, let's read the mail first. Jules, this recipe of mine won first place in a cooking competition. I hope you like it. Thanks for being a friend. Jody. New cooking recipe. Fried calamari. Very nice. That is Pierre's favorite dish, and Jody has given it to us scot-free. Okay, the cat loves us. The watering can's not ready yet? I think the watering can was ready yesterday and I forgot. Watering can has got to be done. It's not going to take like 4 days. That's ridiculous. We're gonna have to make some room, some time to run to. Oh man, I need to chop wood. I'm gonna keep this so I remember that that is all of the wood. 4 pieces. That is shocking. Okay, let's grab all the stuff we didn't do yesterday. Really, there's extra fish here too? How much copper do I have? No, it's not the copper. I need wood. That's why there's no extra huge box or whatever. Giant chest. I don't know, fluff and stuffing machine. I have no idea. Whatever that thing is that has more space in it. The reason why there's not an extra one is because literally out of wood. Okay. So I'm gonna make 1 tree fertilizer because there's a stinking sapling back here. Like a tree seed has sprouted and I don't want to kill it. But are you kidding me? You are right in the way. I can't let it happen. I cannot let this remain. I'm gonna make a coffee. I've gotta pick up the speed. I'm gonna take enough to make at least 2. And inventory is so sadly, sorrowfully full. Okay, stick with the mission, chopping the trees. get the regular tree. I don't feel like picking up fern right now. Inventory is full enough. So I'm gonna leave the fern tree alone. Oh right, lots of pumpkins to water because it's not raining today. Dang. 102 pieces of wood. Yeah. Oh, we caught a mystery box. We can go get that cracked when we run to Clint's. I do declare this thing, I shall recall to go get that watering can. Because today, the pumpkins have to be watered or we miss an entire day. And I don't want to miss an entire day. It's not like anything hideous is going to happen, but well, if I'm here, I might as well change this out. Yeah, I've got to do something about the fact that I've placed these preserves jars next to that gate. So then when I refill them, it's very easy to accidentally open the gate. Oh, come on. The real thing that I want to use, I'll end up moving the preserves jars later because in reality what I want to do is get Caroline to just love me. So she will give us the recipe that she has. I don't know, once again, if it's a spoiler for anybody, like people who play, we already know. People who've played to that point, I mean, we already know. Anyone who hasn't, she's gonna give us a cool recipe for something. And you can definitely plant that around and make nice fencing for your critters. I'm confused now. There's so much stuff in the inventory. So many places we need to go. I'm gonna lay down the bait machine because again, if I put it here, I remember that I've actually got one. I don't need the bee house here, but I'm gonna put it here so it's out of my inventory and I don't have to run around at slow speed. Oh, but now I have a coffee. Cool. So I can just go quickly run this. We were dragging it for a minute. Go quickly run this over here where I know some flowers are going to sprout sooner or later. I don't remember where I've planted the fairy seed, but I do remember that I planted a whole bunch of seeds. So I'll place that there. And while I'm at it, might as well chop these trees down. So I remember that the bee house is there. And there's a tree right underneath this big one that should be ready to sprout into fullness once it has room to grow, so that's a good thing. I'm not picking those right now because I don't think there's inventory space. There are probably at least 2 or 3 different levels in quality of sunflower right there, and there's not that much space in the inventory, so I'm going to run over here, take everything excess out that I can, and the wood too. I'm going to make a big chest and put it here. Should I put it there? It needs to be filled with fish stuff, but am I going to put all the fish and all the clams and everything else in one box? I usually separate fish that wiggle with fish that, you know, sea stuff that wiggles with sea stuff that doesn't. So I put all of the fish, octopus, squid in one box. And the other box will be for coral, clams, mussels, rainbow shells, whatever is basically a shell. Something like that. The green algae. But I'm wondering if, because these boxes are so large, they will both fit in one thing. I don't actually think they will. I really do not. I think that what's going to happen is that if I try to put the fish out here, I'm going to end up irritated with myself in the future. So I'm going to temporarily put a whole bunch of fish in here. But I'm currently holding the fish that we're keeping, so I'm just going to start the box with river jelly and green algae that's already here. And I will color it a nice aquatic turquoisey aqua, Let's grab that coffee. It's Friday. Oh, we have to go see what the woman in the woods has. Man, okay, so it's get the watering can, put the walleye into the community center. If that makes sense time-wise, does that complete one of the bundles? It doesn't. So instead, I'm gonna skip the community center for time. And see, I said that because I had forgotten how much time it would take to put something into this box in a sensible way. So I'm gonna pull out the fish that I'm intending to keep. And for the time being, we'll just put all of these different types in here. I really don't need to keep 6 carp. So I'll sell a bunch of the gold ones because that will get us closer to buying a pig. And keep a periwinkle, pike, rainbow trout. 1 of each is basically fine most of the time, except of course the snail. I keep that for a birthday gift. Somebody likes that as a birthday gift. I'll keep all of the clams and this because it could potentially be useful in the future. All the clams and the rainbow shell, yeah, that will definitely be useful in the future. I'm just busy trying to do this quickly, so I said potentially. Without realizing it's definitely going to be useful. Cool. Now that box is almost empty and no longer a big fat bummer just to look at. Keep the oyster. Can sell all of the rest of this. So we picked up a handful of things worthy of sale, and that is a win. Because we gotta go to the woods and see what we're gonna buy, and we've also gotta go to Clint's. No, we don't need to buy anything from there. What is it? Oh right, saving for the pig. Obviously. Truffle Hunters Incorporated. So now, since that took a minute, gotta run to Clint's no matter what. I was gonna warp to the beach and go instantly sell all of this fish. That's the walleye I was gonna put in the community center bundle. Okay, warp to the beach, sell the fish, clear some inventory space, run up to Clint's. I think it's worth it to use a warp totem because this is a lot of stuff in this inventory right now. It's starting to get ridiculous, and we haven't done thing 1 to take care of any of the critters yet, so yes, 'tis worth it. And since going to the beach with no real plan, the chicken has escaped the coop. Dang. Escaped the whatever. There's nothing to throw in there. Why am I carrying... I'm so confused. I'm carrying coal and iron ore that I forgot I had. This should be good enough. Let's warp. And this thing right here, for those who don't know, instantly takes you specifically to the beach. So, gonna run over here, check the foraging on this side of the beach. There's a little bit, it's a nice amount. Might keep the clams. Pretty sure I should keep the clams and coral from here forward. Elliot, what's up, my main man? He says my legs are stiff from sitting at my writing desk all morning. That's a sad thing to be up, Elliot. At least you're stretching them out at the beach. What a lovely way to do so. Smallmouth bass bait. If there's anything I don't need bait for, it's a smallmouth bass. Unless at some point I really, really need to make some smallmouth bass recipes and I just don't have enough I can't say that name again. My mouth is getting twisted, tongue-tied. Unless I need it for a recipe or something. Making sure I'm not selling anything I shouldn't sell. Okay. Then there's no reason for that. I'll sell the oyster. Keep the rest of this. Boom. Lots of free inventory space. Let's talk to the Willsmeister. If you really want to make the fish If you really want to get the fish biting, make sure you put some bait on your hook. I mean, this is good information. This is definitely good information. Seems a little obvious just in the course of life, but in all reality, you're playing a video game with a fishing rod. It doesn't guarantee you've got bait. We need to know we've got bait. We could waste a lot of time running around with an unbaited hook, wondering why we are not catching things in an expedient manner. But at the same time, if I ran into that in the game and I was busy being distracted, there's a good chance that I would not take it literally, because I would just think it's cute, imaginative dialogue, and so it wouldn't make a difference for me anyway. You received a steel watering can. Now we're going to see what else we're about to receive. Let's crack this mystery box. We got deluxe speed grow in the number of 20. That is very nice. Very nice indeed. 5 iron ore. Oh, nice. A star shard. We can put that in the museum too. We got a redundant neptunite. I can sell that. A redundant dolomite. Can sell that too. It's already in the museum, both of those. And we got a lemon stone. I'm always going to call that something like an orange stone because it's orange. Okay, selling that. We just made 700 selling those two. The rest of these need to go into the, whatever you call it, museum. Wish that there were more copper bars made. Could have started the upgrade on the copper axe. See, it's a sick high luck day, but there's too much stuff to do on the farm, so can't really make it to the mines. I'm gonna put the donutty thingy back there. That looks weirdly unbalanced. I'm gonna move that from there to anywhere else. Yeah, almost anywhere else. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Put it in the middle. Wait, there is no middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at 4 on either side. I know what's happening. Could have sworn that was an uneven number of slots and I could put it in a middle, but I couldn't. So we're gonna balance the dolomite with that star shard, and I'm probably gonna move those two, but for the time being, that's where they are. And really, the orange stone, I would like that over here. And put the barite over here. And the orpiment here. Should I just leave the big chunky ones there and put the tiny ones over here? Huh? Maybe? It just, everything about this looks weird right now. Alright, I like this better. And the reward that we've gotten is burnt offering. It's furniture. This furniture can't be placed outdoors. This will go on the wall. So if you've got an indoor area where you want to put it, it'll go there. And now what? Woman in the woods. So if I take this, I can't. If I take the cart back to the house, I forget to sell all this stuff at Pierre's. And I want as much profit as possible. We've got 23 cranberry jelly. It's gonna be nice selling that. There's a bubble spot, but there's no time. There's no time. I mean, there's a little bit of time, but I want to go check Gus's, right? Bookseller is in town. I'm pretty sure I went earlier to go show off, in an earlier stream, to go show off what it looks like when you go to the booksellers. Yeah, I remember talking about how I had no idea where to find the bookseller the first time I saw it. Okay, the special today is parsnip soup. Pam likes that, but I don't need to gift her that, and her birthday has already passed, so I'm gonna pouch all the gold as hard as I can until it is truffle hunting time. Oh, that's a cute floor. I kind of like this floor. I already have flooring that I don't dislike. Saving the gold, okay. Almost ran away without getting what I really came for. Money. Okay, we just made 6,442, I think, gold. Selling that jelly. We can afford a pig right now if we have to get one. It's just going to be an issue of not spending that all down so direly and so completely that we can't. Let's drink the coffee just for some pick-me-up, because it's going to be a busy day. There's still a lot of crops that need watering, and nothing has been done to love on the animals. Yeah, I knew she was too close. I just didn't want to wait. You have a kitchen in your house? Leah says. If you have a kitchen, you can cook all kinds of delicious meals. Leah, I'm not trying to block you with my sword. So sorry. Just happens sometimes. You can't really control it. Apparently. I know, it's a likely story. There's no time to run in there. I was gonna go see if Marnie was still there. And if she was, I could check and see if the barn was done without having to run back up to it and possibly have bought a pig, but it didn't work out that way. Alright, today the seller has got, she says, I've got a little bit of everything. Take a look. So there's amaranth, hops, orange, a leek. Don't need any of that. Wild horseradish, a lingcod, maple syrup, a catfish. Don't need any of that. I might get another lingcod just to throw it into a fish pond, because they are not fun to catch at all. I do not enjoy it. They are a nightmare. Trout soup for 700 gold. Not unless you really, really, really need it. I mean, that doesn't make sense. Bean hot pot, blueberries, the painting, which I remember because I generally end up getting blueberries the painting when I'm on the wiki trying to look up blueberry the plant. That's the delineation, by the way. The painting is blueberries and the plant is blueberry singular. So we've got the raw crow again, 4 of 8 in the number of the collection, and there's nothing here that really needs to be gotten, but there's a 480 lingcod that I think will make my life easier when I'm trying to make a lingcod pond. So I'm just gonna get that because I can, and that's not a huge loss. Time to run back and use the rest of our super duper extremely excelsior high luck day to drop some water on some plants. Oh no. That's where I put the fairy seed. There's not even a scarecrow around here. It's a miracle it's still alive. I hope to remember to go get a scarecrow to protect the fairy seed. I forgot it was there because it rained for so long. I didn't have to water anything, so I forgot what I'd planted, apparently. Okay. Peaceful, quiet, sleepy, late night pumpkin watering. Oh my. Gotta make an excess scarecrow. Trying to mentally focus on that. Clear a little of this space and make it easier to run through, because the grass does slow you down just a tad, might. It might be redundant. A might. It sleds you down just a tad bit. Okay. Let's go milk Mouse. We have now milked mouse, rabbit, squirrel, and hamster. Because apparently that's how we like to play our game. With slightly non-secular dairy references. I should probably be chopping a whole lot of these trees down, but instead I'm just gonna, grab this. The stuff that you pull out of the crab pots, to my awareness, does count toward Linus's community cleanup. We've got 3 days left. We've gathered 6 pieces of trash, and most of it, if not all, was out of the crab pots, to my memory. Alright, Cow's Delight. Marnie wants to give her cows a special treat. She's asking for a single bunch of amaranth. 500 gold, let's gather that. It's all pig money to me. It's all pig money. Make some late night mayonnaise moves. Is the inventory full? Are you kidding me? No. Come on. Alright. Really do think it's about time to start buying some more critters. Aside from the pig. But I would like to get 2 pigs. Because I really, like, okay, this is just one of those things from my life and my overgrown empath properties. I don't like to have one critter of a type. I don't want them to be lonely. It's very sad for me to have one pig in the game or one cow. I just don't do it. I buy them in groups of 2 or multiples of 2. Because I don't want them to be alone, and it's sad and it's heartbreaking, and it's a video game, and I don't have to I don't have to work on myself and try to get past obnoxious stuff. I'm not trying to get past this. I'm trying to get past having but one animal of any type. And I want a nice, cozy, comfy, happy gaming experience where every animal is happy. So that's what I go for. Let's make 1 iron bar. Sell the silver snail and silver periwinkle and all of the cheese. Come over here and grab all this stinking fish that really shouldn't be in here. But it's in here because it was something I had to do. I had to move it. Got 20 deluxe speed grows. I don't have to make a scarecrow. I can use rare crow number 8 of 8 that we got free from someplace. I think it was from the museum. I think it was a prize from doing something in the museum. Pop the diamond back into, not back, but off and away back into the gem box. And let's see. Eel bait. Why do I have eel bait? Did I accidentally pull that out without recognizing it? Oh, because I looked at it and I think it looks so much like roe that I have a tendency to grab the bait, but roe actually does look very different. The bait is much bigger and looks almost gookier and ickier. And that's an official description. It's ickier. But the fish here, now we've got 2 store-bought lingcod. And where is that walleye I was trying to keep? Where's the iridium walleye I was trying to keep? Are you kidding me? Tell me I didn't sell my iridium walleye that I was trying to keep. No, are you? Oh, come on. That is... Okay, I've got walleye bait. I can catch another one if I need to. That is... Oh, that's so irritating. Oh, that's more obnoxious than words can say. Hold on, I'm thinking. about making an impromptu fish pond, throwing this walleye into the pond and waiting for it to have another baby or whatever they do in there. Just so that I can pull 2 out and not have to go fishing for another walleye. But if I have the bait, and if it rains one more day in fall, apparently in the afternoon, I can go catch another one, no matter how much I do not want to. It's way easier with the bait, so I guess it's really not that big of a deal. Good grief, let's put this away. The coral goes in there. The clam goes in there. Alrighty then. I'm gonna sit this down. No. Tell me I didn't sell my one iridium walleye I so very much wanted to keep in my possession. I am so upset about that. At the very least now, no matter what the ease, it's going to take time to go over there and get one. So I'm going to put this here, just right there. And in this way, I shall recall that there's something over here. Because how could you forget when that's there? Alright. I'm going to run right over here. Almost threw the walleye bait away. That would have been horrible. You make it by putting a walleye in. Let's grab the battery. You make the walleye bait by throwing a walleye into the bait maker. So I would have had to throw my one walleye that I do need, no matter what now, into the bait maker to get more bait if I wanted to then have to go fish for more. Okay. So here is my secret for completing Linus's 20 pieces of trash grab for the community cleanup, where you have to fish trash out of the rivers. You just fish on your own property. Because I'm thinking that the storyline is, since Joja came in and kind of ruined everything with pollution and everything. Oh, I hit the button and it didn't go. Phooey, I missed something. I think the story is that Joja Cola, how apropos, has basically ruined everything. And so when you fish on your own property, instead of getting beautiful fish, you mainly get pollution. Trash. So it is very easy to complete this thing. If you've got the time to do it, you can get all 20 pieces of trash out of your own property pretty quickly just by fishing literally anywhere you want. At least in the early game when I've done it, this is how you get it done. I've always had a sneaking suspicion, and I can't prove it, that if you go the community center route and complete it, after a while you probably will end up with a better, healthier ecosystem in the waterways around all of the town, let alone your own farm, and then you might be able to fish more stuff than just total trash out of here. But so far, we fished 2, 4. Hold on, let's run. I'm about to run into stuff. So far we got 6, 10, 11 pieces of trash just standing there fishing in our own private pond, and literally no fish at all. So if you really need to get that community center, not community center, if you need to get Linus's community cleanup thing done and you cannot grab enough trash, just go fish on your own farm for a while. It is really obnoxiously easy to complete from there. And by that same point, I would recommend that if you desperately need to get another type of fish, any actual type of fish, you do not rely too heavily on doing it on your farm. Exceptions for this might be if you chose the beach farm, because I found that when I fished there, you actually do get a lot of really nice fish because it is actually the beach. It's just a farm that's butt up against the beach. It's butt up against the beach.